East Tennessee is home to a lot of rich history, and today, just a few miles south of the Kentucky border, is home to Lincoln Memorial University. And today we're spending some time with Michael Lynch, the director of the Abraham Lincoln Library and Museum, and he's talking about some new things coming soon in 2021. Michael, thanks so much for inviting us out today. And you all really are home to a lot of Lincoln's artifacts and history. Tell us about that connection, that tie for Abraham Lincoln in East Tennessee.
Yeah, that's an interesting story. So Tennessee was a Confederate state during the Civil War, but East Tennessee had a lot of Unionists, a lot of people who supported the Union government. And Lincoln knew this. And Lincoln was constantly badgering his military commanders to send troops into this area to liberate the people from the Confederate Army. And so after the war, one of these generals, who was named O.O. Howard, collaborated with a missionary in Cumberland Gap, which is near the museum, to turn the missionary school into a university named for Lincoln as a kind of a living memorial. And so people have been donating Civil War and Lincoln relics to us for decades.
For years. And that really is, a staple right here in the community.
Yeah.
That's actually how you all got the name Lincoln Memorial University, a cool piece of history for right here in East Tennessee. And we're actually standing in Pioneer Village. Tell us a little bit about this reconstruction that you all have created here on campus.
Yeah, this was a project that was initiated by the chairman of our board of trustees. He was interested in building a replica of the cabin where Lincoln grew up, that school children who visited the museum could come and see and get a sense of how people lived 200 years ago. And the project kind of took off from there. We started getting donations of lots of tools and historic structures, and so they've actually used period logs to rebuild an Appalachian homestead here around the Lincoln cabin. And we're looking forward to having school children, when we reopen, come and visit the buildings, get some hands-on experiences.
And that's pretty cool. Those hands-on experiences are so important to not only children but to their parents as well. And people can come and also get that true real-life history experience at the Abraham Lincoln Library and Museum. Y'all are currently renovating it right now. But what is going to be housed inside of this museum once y'all open the doors back up again in 2021?
We're going to have a lot of personal items that belong to Abraham Lincoln, canes, walking sticks that he carried, personal effects of the Lincoln family, Lincoln documents, Civil War weapons, flags, uniforms, really cool collection of Confederate firearms. It's going to be really neat. Some of our old artifacts will be back, and we're also getting some new stuff in.
That's pretty cool. And you told me that there is even a lock of Lincoln's hair.
There is,
inside of the museum. That's pretty cool. And you all are working hard to get the museum open. When can people expect you all to open back up those doors so people can come and experience the history?
Opening date depends on when we get the exhibits finished and also on the COVID pandemic, but right now we're sort of shooting for late spring, early summer.
Awesome. Well, that's really cool. We're really excited. I'm excited to come back. I've never gotten to come up to the museum, so mark your calendars. And if people are interested in keeping up with you guys and seeing what y'all are doing here at LMU or at the museum, where can they find you all, Michael?
We're at lmunet.edu/museum, or they can give us a call at 423-869-6235.
Well, Michael, thank you so much. We appreciate it. So come on out, experience history right here in Claiborne County. Learn about Lincoln, come enjoy the reconstruction, and hey, maybe you'll have a future rail splitter in your future. We'll post all of their information on our website at livingeasttennessee.com.